In every sphere of life, be it politics, business, or history, we observe a recurring paradox. Those who lack moral restraint often achieve extraordinary power. From emperors who rule with an iron fist to CEOs who bulldoze competition, success often seems to favor the ruthless. But is the world truly rigged to benefit the worst among us? And more importantly, what does this mean for those who strive to uphold values of integrity and fairness? At the core of this issue lies a stark truth about human nature. In a world governed by competition and scarcity, those who hesitate often fall behind. Evolution has shaped us to reward survival traits like aggression, ambition, and dominance. This explains why individuals who embrace these traits often climb to the top, while those who wait for fairness or validation are left behind. This isn't a moral flaw in the system, it's a survival feature deeply embedded in our evolutionary psychology. Society's rules may advocate kindness and fairness, but power dynamics operate on a different level. Strength and decisiveness often outweigh goodness and hesitation. To understand this duality, philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche offers a compelling framework: master morality versus slave morality. According to Nietzsche, these are not just moral concepts but reflections of historical power dynamics. Master morality is, well, the code of the strong. It values strength, courage, and self-determination. Those who live by this morality define their own values and take responsibility for their fate. Slave morality, by contrast, emerges from the powerless. It glorifies humility, obedience, and suffering. Designed as a psychological survival mechanism, it demonizes power and celebrates meekness. Nietzsche argues that slave morality doesn't neutralize the strong, it enables them. By condemning ambition and power, society often cedes leadership to those who reject moral constraints. And in a competitive world, hesitation is fatal. Ruthlessness doesn't necessarily mean cruelty, it's about the ability to act decisively and without guilt. Psychologists have noted that individuals who succeed in high-stakes environments often display traits like high ambition, low sensitivity to fear, and a reduced sense of empathy. This allows them to make hard choices unencumbered by emotional constraints. From Julius Caesar to, modern corporate moguls, the playbook is consistent. Don't wait for permission, take risks, and act boldly. Those who lead often act first and face consequences later. But such power can be fleeting. The same qualities that elevate the ruthless can also, precipitate their downfall. Tyrants, dictators, and unscrupulous leaders often meet tragic ends, consumed by the very forces they once wielded. Their reigns, while impactful, are rarely sustainable. This leads to a deeper inquiry. If morality isn't enough to guarantee success and ruthlessness leads to eventual ruin, what is the path forward? One of society's most comforting myths is the belief in fairness, that good deeds are rewarded and justice always prevails. But honestly, life rarely reflects this ideal. This illusion, known in psychology as the just world fallacy, makes us passive. Believing that good outcomes will naturally follow virtuous behavior can, prevent us from taking proactive strategic action. In truth, success is rarely about merit alone. It involves understanding and mastering power, not just blindly trusting the system to deliver justice. Rejecting naivety doesn't mean abandoning principles. The key lies in strategic morality, a balance between integrity and calculated action. Nietzsche's philosophy actually points to this middle ground through the concept of the Übermensch, or overman. The Übermensch is an individual who transcends conventional morality and forges their own path. They do not seek approval or follow imposed moral codes. Instead, they live authentically, fueled by an inner will to power. And this power is not about dominance over others, but mastery over oneself. So, for Nietzsche, power isn't inherently evil. It only becomes dangerous when it's used to oppress, rather than to create. The Übermensch, uses power to build, to transform, and to give meaning to this chaotic world. Unlike tyrants who need external validation, the Übermensch actually derives strength from within, making their impact truly lasting and meaningful. This is, the antidote to the rise of the ruthless. Rather than competing through deception or fear, those who embody the spirit of the Übermensch operate on a higher plane, one of creation, self-overcoming, and authenticity. In a cutthroat world, many believe their only options are to be ruthless or to be exploited. But there's a third way. Become strategically empathetic. This means understanding the motives of others, anticipating moves, and staying morally grounded while remaining unafraid to act when necessary. Controlled ruthlessness, making hard choices without cruelty, can be a strength. Sometimes success demands walking away from toxic environments, making unpopular decisions, or confronting hard truths. These actions are not signs of heartlessness, but of inner resilience. Ultimately, true power is not about how much control one has over others, but how much control one has over oneself. The ruthless may rise quickly, but only those who create value and lead with integrity endure. Power should not be feared or demonized. It should be mastered and used with wisdom. Nietzsche challenges us not to reject power but to redefine it. He urges us to stop playing by outdated rules and start crafting a life based on strength, purpose, and authenticity. The world may reward the ruthless, but it's the creators, not the takers, who leave a legacy worth remembering.